Hi, Cooper Clever 1972, back with another video. I'm thinking this might be a short video. I'm going by directors yet again. I said I was going to do Seinfeld at some point. I will be, but we'll see how this where I go after this video. But sooner or later Seinfeld's going to be covered. Anyways, I've got two directors. One is Lars von Trier. The other one is Guillermo del Toro. So I'll start with Lars von Trier. This was a really good movie. Very good cinematography. So let me read this. Lars von Trier became an international sensation with his galvanizing realist fable about sex and spiritual transcendence. In an Oscar-nominated performance, Emily Watson stunts as Bess, a simple, pious newlywed in a tiny Scottish village who gives herself up to a shocking form of martyrdom after her husband, Stellan Skarsgård, is paralyzed in an oil rig accident. Breaking the Waves, both brazen and tender, profane and pure, is an examination of the expansiveness of faith and of its limits. So this is a dual format. It's a Criterion. It's got selected scene audio commentary featuring Von Trier, editor Anders Refn, and location scout Anthony Dodd Mantle. New interview with filmmaker and critic Stig Bjorkman. New interviews with actors Emily Watson and Stellan Skarsgård. Interview from 2004 with actor Adrian Rollins. Excerpts from Watson's audition tape with commentary by Von Trier. Deleted and extended scenes with commentary by Von Trier. Deleted scene featuring the late actor Katrin Cartledge. Cannes Film Festival promotional clip trailer. And a booklet featuring an essay by critic David Starrett and an excerpt from the 1999 book Trier on Von Trier. So, it's maybe the Emily Watson character is sort of stupid, but she's got this unshakable kind of faith, I guess you could say, because she goes to church every week, and she's very pious. But then she starts going down another type of road where she becomes more of a loose woman, but she thinks she's doing it, in the service of God. And I don't know if Lars von Trier really makes happy type movies. Or maybe how would you put it? It might be dark movies. I don't know. But it takes place in the 70s. Great performance by Emily Watson. Excellent performance. She's this very, very devoted wife, and and also very devoted to her religion as well. Next is another Lars von Trier movie. It's another Criterion, Antichrist. This film is banned in France, I believe, right now. Like my spiel or speech or whatever on censored movies, I talked about Salo and how it reflects what a government can do when left unchecked, and in this time period we're living in. Anyways, I was making a point about like how art can show what can happen. I talked about Fight Club with my Fincher video and how fascism starts, and but I recently I think there's more than one source. Some people talk about violent movies or sexual movies, and they say they should be banned. Um, but it's more so the people that are violent, um, um, the media, the art, the movies or literary sources or poetry or whatever that bring about a state of violence, that have violence within the work. Um, they're not really promoting violence. They're more a reflection of violence. I mean, I'm trying to state this in the right way, but like Shakespeare has violence in it, but it doesn't make us violent. It's just showing violence. It's how can you put it? Like, well, like David Lynch was a Boy Scout, and David Cronenberg is this everyday guy, and they make these really weird movies. But if you think they're as weird as their movies, they're really not. They're just trying to show you something. Like with David Cronenberg with Crash, I don't have that, but people get sexually turned on by watching automobile accidents, and it's just a reflection of what the society is like, or what have you. It's obviously you want to censor the certain people at certain ages and watch things, but adults should be able to discern and make their own judgments as to what they want to watch. And films shouldn't be banned, I don't think, because they portray what could happen, what might happen, what is happening, that kind of a thing. So let me read this. Lars von Trier shook up the film world when he premiered Antichrist at the 2009 Cannes Film Festival. In this graphic psychodrama, a grief-stricken man and woman, a searing Willem Dafoe and Cannes Best Actress winner Charlotte Gainsbourg, retreat to their cabin deep in the woods after the accidental death of their infant son, only to find terror and violence at the hands of nature and ultimately each other. But this most confrontational work yet from one of contemporary cinema's most controversial artists is no mere provocation. It is a visually sublime, emotionally ravaging journey to the darkest corners of the possessed human mind, a disturbing battle of the sexes that pits rational psychology against age-old superstition in a profoundly effective horror film. So the first disc is, let's see, got an audio commentary featuring Von Trier and film scholar Murray Smith and theatrical trailers. Disc 2 has video interviews with Von Trier and actors Willem Dafoe and Charlotte Gainsbourg. Collection of 7 video pieces delving into the production of Antichrist through interviews with Von Trier and key members of the filmmaking team, as well as behind-the-scenes footage. Chaos Reigns at the Cannes Film Festival, a documentary on the film's world premiere, along with press interviews with Dafoe and Gainsbourg, and a booklet featuring essay by film scholar Ian Christie. So, by the way, I guess I'll say that I find Willem Dafoe, he seems like a really nice guy. When I've seen him on talk shows, I think he's just such a nice, really nice guy. Just, I think if people walked up to him, he's just very, he doesn't have an ego or anything like that. That's the way I see it. And here's the book. Some of the imagery at the end of the film is sort of Hieronymus Bosch, kind of surreal, way out, but really impressive. Oh, by the way, Breaking the Waves was when he made that film. He founded this thing called Dogma 95, which which was a movement he founded, like neorealism or the French New Wave or what have you, where you had to use available light. You had to use the sound you took at the very place where you shot the film. It was a bunch of rules you had to operate by. Maybe he broke one of those rules by using music for each part of the film. It starts off with a song, and I don't know if that song really works in the context of Dogma 95, because it's it's dubbed in and it's put into the movie. It's not like a natural thing like somebody's radio that you hear when you're in the film, when we're watching the movie and we hear a radio and that's the song we hear it's like we actually hear the songs, dubbed into the movie. Not dubbed, but, just shown with each part of the film. And I don't know if that really follows Dogma 95 or not. I just thought of that right now, and I'm just thinking maybe that's sort of breaking the rules. But Lars von Trier didn't follow Dogma 95 after a while. He started going other directions, but yeah, it was a movement. He and a bunch of other filmmakers, I guess they were basically Scandinavian filmmakers, were trying out for a while. And this last one I have with Lars von Trier, it's a epic movie about sex, Nymphomaniac, volumes 1 and 2. This was like 5 hours and 15 minutes. That's how long it is. Really long movie. Charlotte Gainsbourg is in it, and she just becomes obsessed with sex and just putting herself in situations like having sex with a guy who's already married and has children, trying to have oral sex with this man on a train. I mean, just all kinds of situations, because that's what the film is about. So it is pretty graphic. But again, it's another thing about censorship. It's I think we have a right as adults to watch this kind of stuff, and come to our own conclusions as to whether or not we find this suitable for ourselves. Definitely, this movie is pretty graphic, and when I say graphic, I mean sexually graphic. But if you can deal with that, then you're pretty much fine, I would say. So, but sort of like bondage and sadomasochism and that kind of stuff is in this movie. So, next, another director, Guillermo del Toro. I have 2 of his movies. First one's a Criterion, Devil's Backbone. I'll read the back. One of the most personal films by Guillermo del Toro, The Devil's Backbone is also among his most frightening and emotionally layered. Set during the final week of the Spanish Civil War, it tells the tale of a 12-year-old boy who, after his freedom-fighting father is killed, is sent to a haunted rural orphanage full of terrible secrets. Del Toro expertly combines gothic ghost story, murder mystery, and historical melodrama in a stylish melange that, like his later Pan's Labyrinth, reminds us the scariest monsters are often the human ones. It's got a video introduction by Del Toro from 2010. Transfer supervised by Del Toro and director of photography Guillermo Navarro. The second disc has new and archival interviews with Del Toro about the creation of his film KS on, I can't read it, Phantasma, a 2004 making of documentary. Interactive Director's Notebook, 4 deleted scenes at commentary by Del Toro, new interview with scholar Sebastian Faber about the film's depiction of the Spanish Civil War, program comparing Del Toro's thumbnail sketches and Carlos Gimenez storyboards of the final film. So, and this film, I don't know what to think of Guillermo del Toro. Some of his movies, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't wild about Pacific Rim. These people and these giant robots, I just didn't find that really enthralling. And I wasn't wild about Hellboy. What else? What other movies has Guillermo del Toro made? Well, I'm going to show another one right after this, but oh yeah, Crimson Peak. I think that's what it's called. Pretty blah. I didn't think it was that great. There's nothing behind these discs, so just show that disc and this one. Yeah, just nothing there. And to finish the video off, we've got Pan's Labyrinth. I know this is on Criterion. I like this version. Maybe I'd buy it on Criterion, I'm not sure, but it's embossed. I like that. I like this movie. I enjoy this movie a lot. I don't know if I've actually watched my actual copy. I think I've watched some behind-the-scenes stuff, some special features, but I don't think I've watched the film, maybe. It's got audio commentary by writer-director Del Toro, marketing campaign, video prologue by writer-director Del Toro. Disc 2 has a lot of stuff on here. Power of Myth featurette, a discourse on the use of fairy tale mythology in Pan's Labyrinth. Pan and the Fairies featurette, a comprehensive look at the prosthetic and visual effects crafted for the film. The Color and the Shape featurette, Del Toro unravels the intricate color and texture coding present in all his work. The Charlie Rose Show, featuring filmmakers Del Toro, Alfonso Cuarón, and Alejandro González Iñárritu. DVD comics, animated plates present prequel stories for the Giant Toad, the Fairies, Pan, and the Pale Man. Director's Notebook, interactive menu pages, access video pods that feature exclusive interviews with Del Toro, Lost Character, El Hombre de Madaris, Torture of the Maquis, The Faces of the Moon, Iconography, Echo, The Underground Kingdom miniature construction, The Mill set design, multi-angle storyboard, thumbnails compares, visual effects plate compared, Guillermo del Toro and the Green Fairy, galleries, production design, DDT, creature design, and production scrapbook. So this is a really good movie. And it takes place during the Spanish Civil War. And this young girl, her father's dead, and her mother's married a new man, and the new man is a general or something of the Spanish army, and he's not a nice guy. Let's put it that way. He's not even nice to his wife, and not nice to the girl either. So she sort of comes into this world where, I don't know if, I think it's she's sort of imagining it, but she comes to this world where she sees all these mystical creatures like a satyr or a faun or whatever, the character on the front here, or in a big toad, and the Pale Man, this guy right there, right here. So Yeah, it's on over 130 top 10 lists, and I think it really does. Um, it is a beautiful looking movie. People have said not for kids not to watch this, and I would say that's true because it has some violence in it, and the ending is not very good for kids. What happens at the end, but anyways, I guess that's it. I guess that's the video. So um, I don't know if I have a whole bunch of other directors' movies or 3 or 4 or something like that. I might have covered all the directors I have. Oh, no, I haven't. Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott I have to do. And that will be one video. Ridley Scott definitely will be one video. And I think I'll do all the Criterions together. I'll show you, maybe I'll show all the erotic movies, or most of them together. And maybe I'll do a video just featuring Blu-rays, and the rest be DVDs, or maybe DVD Blu-ray combos. So we'll do it like that, I guess. So we're making progress. I'll just keep plugging away. And thank you for watching, and hope to see you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.